Today's show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Reduce your ping time, get faster speeds when you game at expressvpn.com/inside. Welcome to Inside Gaming. I'm Brian. It's weekend roundup time. Hey, remember when they showed off Elder Scrolls 6 at E3 in 2018? Well, it wasn't much of a show off, just some mountains, a title screen, but that was 3 years ago. Okay, so surely they've made some progress on it, right? Apparently not at all, because Bethesda's Todd Howard says that the game should be, after all this time, considered in the design phase. Yikes. What have y'all been doing for 3 years? Howard, for background, oversees the development of Elder Scrolls. He's also directing Starfield, and that latter game has some significance to this story because Howard told The Telegraph that the game Elder Scrolls 6 will benefit from the work that they're currently doing on Starfield. Specifically, he said, the new Starfield technology, Creation Engine 2, is sort of built for both games. It's like a new tech base. The vast majority of our development work is on Starfield right now, but everybody works on everything, so the projects kind of intertwine. Basically what they're saying is we're working a lot on the engine, but once that's done, it'll help lift all boats. We've heard that before in various projects, but hey, he's in the thick of it, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Then he talked about just exactly how far along in development Elder Scrolls 6 is, and the answer is not very. Howard added that it's good to think of the Elder Scrolls 6 as still being in a design phase, but we're checking the tech. Is this going to handle the things we want to do in that game? Every game will have some new suites of technology, so Elder Scrolls 6 will have some additions onto Creation Engine 2 that game is going to require. Now, as Video Games Chronicle points out, Bethesda has tried to kind of manage expectations in the past over Elder Scrolls 6's release date. Bethesda executive Pete Hines said last year that fans were unlikely to hear about the Elder Scrolls 6 until work on Starfield has been completed. Specifically, Hines tweeted, "It's after Starfield, which you pretty much know nothing about. So if you're coming at me for details now and not years from now, I'm failing to properly manage your expectations." So, okay, on one hand, Bethesda has been trying to kind of tamp down expectations about when we're going to get Elder Scrolls 6. On the other hand, then don't hype a game in 2018. Just wait. Don't give us anything. So I get it, but also that was 3 years ago, and it's obviously all the focus is on Starfield right now, but just don't tell us then. Don't tell us about Elder Scrolls 6. We don't have to think about it. I don't know. We'll get to the rest of the stories in just a second, but first, guys, let's talk about Honey. This episode is sponsored by Honey. We've all shopped online for that promo code field to taunt us at checkout. I always feel like out of the loop, like there's a secret password I don't know to get it to the club. But, you know, maybe they do. Maybe they do have a secret password to get into the club because they probably have Honey. Honey is the free shopping tool that hunts down discount codes and automatically applies them to your cart. Honey is free. All you have to do is add the Honey extension to your browser. Then when you shop online, when you check out, the Honey button drops down. All you got to do is click Apply Coupons. Honey applies any working coupons it finds directly to your cart. I love to shop online. I'm into Gunpla. I get models online. I get tons of gaming accessories. Honey helps you with that stuff. Even random things that you won't think about, like shoes, it helps, so it's worth it. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out on free savings. It's literally free and installs in a few seconds, and by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this show. Most importantly, get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/inside. That's joinhoney.com/inside. So save money with Honey. All right, on to the rest of the stories. Halo Infinite is due out this holiday season, but just how much is riding on the game's success? Well, Xbox boss Phil Spencer told IGN that Halo is a franchise. It's here to stay, regardless of how Infinite performs. That's kind of weird, like, to sort of assuming that it might have trouble. I don't know. Specifically, he said Halo will be here 10 years from now. Is Infinite the linchpin on whether it survives that long? Absolutely not. Phil went on to say, the game has such a rabid fan base and such a history and lore that it's just an IP that's going to be with us. We don't take that for granted, but I definitely believe in my core that is true. Which makes sense. Halo is kind of the seminal Xbox franchise, and whatever Infinite does, I mean, obviously they want it to do well, but they're not going to get rid of Halo. Phil also said he's confident in 343 Industries' ability to deliver a quality game by this holiday, but he also said he didn't want to put any more pressure on them. He said, I trust the team, I trust the progress they're making, and I have confidence in Halo Infinite, and I think that's all that needs to be said there. I don't think it's a make or break, I just don't believe that. Sony has added a new studio to its roster as the arms race continues between it and Microsoft to gobble up as many developers as possible and get them on your side. Sony announced that it has acquired the Finnish developer Housemarque. They're best known for a lot of arcade-inspired games. You might remember Super Stardust HD, Dead Nation, the recently released third-person shooter roguelike Returnal. Head of PlayStation Studios Herman Hulst called Housemarque a studio with incredible vision, capable of creating memorable new games that resonate with our community. Housemarque co-founder, whose name I'm going to absolutely butcher, Ilari Kutinen, added, "We can't wait to show everyone what will be in store in the upcoming years, and we hope to usher in more lasting memories and exhilarating titles for the next quarter century and beyond." So there you go. The head of CD Projekt Red said that after 6 months of patches, Cyberpunk 2077 is now in an acceptable place. Not sure if PS4 owners would agree with that. During a conference, CEO Adam Kaczynski was asked about the game's current stability and performance. He replied, "We have reached a satisfying level in this regard." He added, "We have also been working on improving the overall quality, which we are also quite happy about. Of course, we also removed bugs and visual glitches, and we will continue to do that. Over time, we will also be introducing improvements to the general game systems that players have highlighted." So again, it's back in the PlayStation Store. They did sort of release a warning that it's better on the PS4 Pro and the PS5. So that's kind of why I made the PS4 crack. But this game. Could we get more mini consoles from Nintendo in the future? It is a possibility. They left the door open. At a shareholders meeting, President Shintaro Furukawa was asked about the subject. He replied, "We will continue to examine the possibility of offering classic content, such as with the NES and Super NES Classic miniseries, as well as our online services, as a way of communicating the appeal of our products to different generations." Virtual console, just make the virtual console. You can do it. I don't know. So they might make more mini. They were obviously very successful. A mini GameCube, that would be awesome. I don't know. We'll see what they do. All right, time for a 5-second review. It's kind of like Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, except they're all anime characters and they're in hell. All right, let's talk about the games coming out next week. First up, Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Nights. Ender Lilies is a dark fantasy 2D action RPG about unraveling the mysteries of a destroyed kingdom. On this sorrowful journey, encounter horrific enemies against whom a moment of inattention could be fatal. Overcome these hardships and seek the truth with the help of fallen knights. It comes to the PS5 and the PS4 July 6th. A Plague Tale, Innocence. Follow the grim tale of young Amicia and her little brother Hugo in a heartrending journey through the darkest hours of history. It comes to PS5, Xbox Series X, and the Switch July 6th. Out of Line, a unique adventure game filled with beautiful puzzles, all hand-drawn in an original 2D style. Out of Line follows the adventures of Sam in a quest to escape the factory that was once home. Dive into a story set in a mysterious world that is revealed through multiple chapters. Comes to the Switch July 7th. Sam and Max. This time it's virtual. Sam is a dog in a suit. Max is his naked rabbity partner. Together, they're the freelance police. Jump into the not quite right world of Sam and Max via the wonder science of virtual reality and join the multimedia darlings in their never-ending quest to slap the stupid grin off the face of evil. It comes to VR July 8th. Black Skylands is the first video game in the Skypunk genre that combines elements of open-world sandbox, top-down shooter, and action-adventure. That's a lot. Fight in the skies, combine aerial and ground combat, having dozens of weapons in your arsenal. It comes to PC July 9th. And finally, Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin. A new adventure awaits you in the second installment of the turn-based RPG series set in the world of Monster Hunter. Become a rider and form bonds with friendly monsters known as Monsties to fight alongside them as you take part in an epic story. You play as the grandson of Red, a legendary rider. The story begins with a fateful encounter with Enna, a Wyverian girl who has been entrusted with an egg with the potential to hatch into a legendary Rathalos, which could wreak havoc if awakened to its destructive power. It comes to PC and Switch July 9th. That's all the news I got for you this week, guys. Quick note, I'm off the next 2 weeks, so I think Evan's going to do the next 2 roundups. I will be back after that, taking a little summer break, but I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you when I get back. Bye.